Alright, what I've got here is a very large capacitor bank of 20 times 3200 microfarads in parallel, and it's charged up to around 300 volts. I switched this charging variac off and there is no current flowing into the system right now. What I'm going to do is discharge this 100 watt 235 volts AC lamp. It's going to be very bright, of course, and I wanted to film it. So let's take a look at how this looks. It's very bright and the voltage is dropping. Oops, I didn't turn it off completely. That wasn't fair, but I could hear the variac when it kicked in, when the amps were drawn in. We're going to do that test again. So we're approaching now 100 volts DC and the lamp is a little bit less bright. So I'm gonna unplug it and charge it up again, minding the amperage. It draws a lot of amps, of course, as it is a very large capacitance that is being charged. 0.064 farads to be exact, around 4 kilojoules when it is a what was it, 260 volts, I believe. I did a measurement for it. I'm slowly charging it up again. Let's do it to 300 volts DC. That is a lot of energy, I can tell you that. So the amps drop down again. It needs to settle a little bit because I just reformed these capacitors. And now I'll turn the variac off. The voltage stays in the caps, 300 volts DC. It's a little bit brighter this time, and I'll kick it in. It's very bright and the voltage drops, of course. 100 watt is being dropped over the bank. Variac has no influence, it's turned off. And there it goes. I'm not timing this, but you can time it yourself. It's less bright now. Still very good. Now it's dimming. It's around 100 volts. And now it's glowing, dimmed. And it will continue to drop, but slower and slower. We're now approaching 50 volts and it's barely lit. And continuing down until it reaches 0, but that point will be a little bit further in the future. The lamp is out, so I'll stop the test. I hope you enjoyed. By the way, these were Siemens Germany caps from '94. I reformed them and they are excellent. 360 volt maximum, 3100 microfarad plus 20 minus 10%. And I measured a lot of them. I measured almost all of them, and the average is around 3200 microfarad. Goodbye.